You're listening to James Franklin is fired after Penn State goes from hopeful to horrid, a news story written by Chuck Culpepper and read by an AI-generated voice. James Franklin, who had the best winning percentage of the Penn State football coaches to follow Joe Paterno, but kept suffering narrow losses in the largest games, finally saw his much-debated tenure end amid its 12th season Sunday. The university fired him just 9 months after the Nittany Lions appeared in a college football playoff semifinal and led that game with 5 minutes left, as well as just 2 weekends after they moved to the cusp of a major win in overtime. The parting came one day after a third straight Big Ten loss and a second straight dumbfounding one, this one 22-21 to Northwestern on homecoming. Penn State, a 20th-century power whose most recent national championship came 39 seasons ago, elevated associate head coach Terry Smith to the position of interim head coach for the rest of the season. Smith will start Saturday at Iowa with a team standing 3-3 but 0-3 in Big Ten play. Those struggles came just 6 weeks after an outset that featured booming hopes, a number 2 preseason ranking, and Franklin's contention that he had his best team and coaches in his long stay in State College. Franklin, 53, joins the long line of college coaches paid exorbitant sums to refrain from coaching, with a buyout near $50 million from a new 10-year contract he signed in November 2021. Penn State owes an enormous amount of gratitude to Coach Franklin, who rebuilt our football program into a national power. Athletic Director Patrick Kraft said in a university news release, "He won a Big Ten championship, led us to 7 New Year's Six bowl games, and a college football playoff appearance last year. However, we hold our athletics programs to the highest of standards, and we believe this is the right moment for new leadership at the helm of our football program to advance us toward Big Ten and national championships." When Penn State hired Franklin in January 2014, the native Pennsylvanian who once played quarterback at East Stroudsburg had just completed astonishing feats in a 3-season stay at Vanderbilt. That chronic football underling of the SEC, his 2012 team became the first at Vanderbilt to win 9 games since 1915 and the first to win 5 SEC games since 1935. His 2013 team was the first to defeat Georgia, Florida, and Tennessee in the same season. That season transpired in the aftermath of a gang rape case in June 2013 and the dismissal of 4 players from the team. Franklin succeeded Bill O'Brien, who left after 2 seasons for the NFL's Houston Texans. In a very real way, Franklin also succeeded Paterno, the 46-season head coach dismissed in 2011 after the Jerry Sandusky child sexual abuse scandal. Franklin arrived saying he would have remained at Vanderbilt but for the rarefied enticement of the offer, and added, "I'm a Pennsylvania boy with a Penn State heart." He proceeded to go 104, 45, 698, and he did start with a flourish. In his 3rd season, the Nittany Lions upset Urban Meyer's Ohio State at home, coursed to the Big Ten championship, and with 2 losses to just the one for Ohio State, barely missed out on the college football playoff. In the Rose Bowl, Penn State held a 49-35 lead on USC in the 4th quarter, but wound up losing a 52-49 Donnybrook. In many ways, that foretold Franklin's hiccups to come. As he went 4-21 against top 10 opponents and 4-17 against loathed neighbors, Ohio State and Michigan, he reached many different junctures when one play could have changed the overriding tenor. In 2017, Penn State led Ohio State 35-20 in the 4th quarter, but lost 39-38. In 2018, Penn State led Ohio State 26-14 with 8 minutes left, but lost 27-26. As Franklin began repeated occasions making post-game comments about such disappointments, taking responsibility while understanding fan disgruntlement, those occasions persisted all the way through the national semifinal with Notre Dame in January to the Saturday night of September 27th against number 6 Oregon. In that game, Penn State, with all major hopes still brimming, stormed from a 17 3/4 quarter deficit and took a 24-17 lead in overtime with Oregon facing 4th down. After Oregon won 30-24 in double overtime, Franklin appeared at the microphone yet again saying, "When we win, there's nothing better. When we lose, there's nothing worse. So I get it. I get it with a fan base that's invested and cares. I get it." His 12th Penn State team remained very much in the playoff chase, but then went to California for a bewildering 42-37 loss to 0 for UCLA, which had rushed to a 27-17 7 halftime lead. The Nittany Lions came home to Northwestern for what appeared a surefire win, but never looked like same once underway. The Wildcats pulled ahead on an 11-play, 75-yard drive that ended with 4:51 left, and the Nittany Lions gained just 7 yards after that and lost ballyhooed quarterback Drew Aller for the season. "I take full responsibility for it," Franklin told reporters of the loss in a Penn State interview room, so familiar with such comments. "I hired all the staff, I recruited all the players, I believe in all of them, but we're not getting it done right now.